Hey guys, some very interesting news has come down the pipelines on PUBG for Xbox One, so I thought I'd go ahead and share that with you just in case you haven't seen it for yourself yet. So in case you didn't see the latest episode of Inside Xbox, they went over some details about PUBG and what's coming this spring. So the biggest thing in my mind that they announced is that they're going to be giving us a Miramar test server, which anyone who has PUBG can connect to. You don't have to sign up, you don't have to be in a specific club or anything like that. And that's very exciting because I've been itching to get my hands on this map. It's more open. Sometimes it gets stale playing the same map over and over. I mean, I'm still having a ton of fun, but I know some people who've played hundreds and hundreds of matches on Erangel would love to have the desert map just to have a little bit of variety. And so it looks like we're going to be getting a test server pretty soon here that we can hop on and test out the Miramar map for the developers. And basically we're just going to be giving them feedback on what we think about the map and what we think needs to be changed. And here's a quote from Inside Xbox. Anyone that has PUBG will be able to download the Miramar test server and provide us great feedback and hop into the desert map this spring. Now it's not for certain if we're going to just be able to play the desert map on this test server or it's going to do like a rotation kind of like it has on PC right now with the two maps that are live. But one thing's for sure, we will be able to get on the Miramar map and test it out for ourselves and kind of get familiar with it before it goes live to everyone sometime this spring as well. Now they mentioned spring, but I have a feeling that this is going to come early spring, so I'm hoping that it's going to be mid to late April, hopefully earlier than that, but if I had to guess, I think I would say mid to late April, so about a month away from getting this test server so we can try out the map. They also mentioned that they're going to have dedicated Miramar celebration nights, so it looks like on certain nights, the only map that you'll spawn on is Miramar, and that will kind of get us familiar with it, because the only way you're going to get familiar with it, unless you've watched a ton of games on PC, is by going out there and actually playing it. And even if you've watched it on PC, it's not really the same. I know I watched a ton of PUBG on PC before it came out on Xbox, and I still was kind of lost when I was running around. So getting to actually drop into the desert map for ourselves on Xbox is going to be the best way for us to experience it and for us to figure out just exactly what we like about it and what we don't like about it. Now, in case you're not familiar with Miramar, it's basically the same size as Erangel, the map we play on currently. It's set in Central America, and it is, like I said, a desert map. There are a lot of huge cities that you can go through, much like Yasnaya. You can go through and there's a ton of buildings, ton of loot, but there's also a lot of open area between those cities, and there's not a lot of trees for cover. So this is definitely going to be one that benefits the people that can snipe, that benefits the people that can drive motorcycles and drive cars pretty well, because you're going to have to span some great distances to follow the circle, and there's not a lot of cover along the way, so you're definitely going to want to find a vehicle. Now obviously this isn't the only thing that's going to be added in 2018. There was also talk of a 4x4 island map that's also being teased on PC. It hasn't yet been released on PC, but we'll get to see it on PC before it comes to Xbox, so that's going to be good for us to kind of take a look at it. I mean, I would love to see it first on Xbox obviously, but the game's not in a state like it is in PC to where we can continue to add these maps. But first we'll get Miramar, and then we'll get this new island map sometime later on in 2018, and I'm super excited about that. A more fast-paced gameplay. It's a quarter of the size, and I don't know if that's going to have the same amount of players or not. I guess we'll have to see. We will see it on PC first, so we'll be able to check that out, and I'll have that news for you when it does drop, but it definitely looks like a lot of fun. And in addition to that, there's going to be an emote system, which already is live on PC, and they did tease new game modes as well. So we'll just have to see what all that brings us, but it's exciting that they're going to be adding things, that there's a future. It's not just Erangel and done. We're going to get multiple maps and multiple additions to the game that's going to make it a little bit more interesting, make it fun for the long term. Now, they mentioned this before, but Xbox will be receiving major content every 2 months, and there's already a patch scheduled for March, and I don't know if that's going to just include stability and performance changes, but it might also include some of these other things I'm going to talk about in just a minute. But every single patch, for sure, they're going to focus on stability and bug fixes first and foremost, and then they're going to be adding other things to the game, kind of like this test server for Miramar, but we'll just have to see when that actually drops. Obviously, they're going to be improving the game's stability and crash issues. It looks like at some point we'll also get the limb and vehicle penetration that the PC has just gotten. There's going to be better matchmaking, reporting features, so you can kind of report people at team kill. I know that's a big issue. I'm not sure that we can report cheaters necessarily, because I don't know if there's any way to prove that right now at this point. But definitely if you join a random squad or a random duo, I'm sure you've experienced somebody that's just killed you and stole your loot, and that's just not acceptable. Some of those people will get banned if they get reported. We'll also be getting achievements, which is pretty exciting. I know that on Xbox, most people like achievements, most people hunt for them. And so to get achievements for this game, even though your stats won't count until the achievements come out, you'll have to kind of restart. So one of the achievements is winning a solo match. Well, if you just won a solo match yesterday and the achievements come out tomorrow, then you'll kind of have to redo that and you'll have to win another solo match. But it gives you something to hunt for, another reason to play the game and another reason to keep playing it to try and hunt down those achievements. They're going to add some optimization, improving the character movements and improving the particle effects on the game. That way it's just going to be a little bit more smooth. They want to improve the inventory and they want to improve the directional sound so you can kind of hear better, so you can hear where shots are being fired, where the threat is actually at, because sometimes it's kind of hard to figure that out. And they're also looking into more controller and aiming options. I know they have some different controller presets that they've talked about, so hopefully we get some different control settings. I don't know if I would change. I kind of like the B setting for myself, just because I'm used to holding the left trigger to aim down sights, but we'll see what these other settings actually bring when they do introduce them. But that's kind of it for this quick update. I saw Inside Xbox and noticed that PUBG was being talked about, and so I wanted to kind of check it out for myself, get the news out to you guys in case you hadn't heard. Super exciting news about the test server going live pretty soon for us for the Miramar map, so that anyone that has PUBG on Xbox will be able to log onto the test server and try out the desert map. Now you'll have to just keep in mind that it is still in a testing state. It's not perfect. Obviously, even Erangel is not perfect at this point. It's still a game preview title anyway. But this will be even less stable, I'm sure, because it is in a testing state. It's not being fully released to us yet. It's on the test server, so you might experience some issues that you would normally otherwise not, and that's to be expected. You just kind of have to deal with it. If you want to test out the new map, you just kind of have to roll with it and then give your feedback to the developers as soon as you can. That way that they can fix it and give us a great finished product to work with. And then hopefully by the end of spring, we'll have those two maps in rotation, and we'll be talking about two other maps that might be coming to us. We know that 4x4 island map, and there's also been a hint about a 8x8 snow map, and that is something that I am very excited for. Snow on any game is always fun to try, and in this one I would imagine that snow would be amazing, so definitely looking forward to it. Can't wait to hear more about it. But let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. If you did like this content or if you found it helpful in any way, definitely drop a like. And if this is the first time you checked out my channel, maybe hit subscribe if you want to see more PUBG content like this, or if for some reason you just haven't hit that button yet, go ahead and give it a try. It's not that bad. But I appreciate your guys' support as always. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, but until next time, I'll see you later.